For the desktop part of our application, we are going to use Java Swing. Let's just play around with it first and see the basic structure of how it works inside of NetBeans. So I'm going to create a new project. So I go to File, New Project, and I'm looking for the one that just says Java Application. And I say Next, and I will give it, I'm just going to call it Sample Java Swing. And once it gets created, I'm going to click on it and right click and say New, Other. And I'm going to scroll to Java Swing GUI Forms. And I'm going to select a JFrame. And I will call this Test Screen. And one great thing about NetBeans and Java Swing is that it has a drag and drop palette that will pre-write a lot of the code for you. So over here you see your palette, and that is different components that you can use. So I'm going to move on a label, and I'm going to move on a text field. So I'm basically left clicking and dragging it across. And for every component I put on, let me put on a button also. And then if I click on a component like the button, this properties tab appears, and there are properties here. So one of the properties is the text on the button. So I'm going to make this say OK. And you notice now the button says OK. So there's a variety of different properties. There are also events. So if I want to do something when the button is clicked, that is action performed. And I can click right here and add a action listener. I'll say OK button clicked handler. And if I say OK, so this code will run if when the button is clicked. So I'm just going to do system.out.println. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to switch back to design mode here. Here is my field. I think what I'm going to do is whatever is typed in the field, I'm going to print to standard out. So that is JText field 1 is the name of that component. And if I switch back over to, and that's down here, if I want to change the name of the component, I can right click here and rename it. But I'll just keep it JText field 1 for now. So let me switch back to my code. So I'm going to say JText field 1 dot, and it will autocomplete. And the method on the button to get the text that's in it is, let me see here, I assume it is a get. You notice there's a lot of methods. I believe it is get text. We shall see. All right, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to right click and build. And I don't have the main class set up to call the screen when the application begins. I'm just going to run the screen by hand by right clicking on test screen and saying run file. And here we go. And you notice here is the standard out. If I change this to hello and click the button, it says hello.